Welcome back. It's been nearly 3 months since that deadly mid-air collision between an Army Black Hawk helicopter and American Eagle regional jet near Washington's National Airport. Well, the fiery crash, it sent both aircraft plunging into the Potomac River, killing 67 people. It marked the first fatal major U.S. airliner crash in 16 years. And while the NTSB's final report is still a year away, new information is emerging from an independent investigation just released with stunning details regarding what may have contributed to the crash. Chief Transportation Correspondent and pilot Mackay Beeler is here with us with the very latest. Mackay, we were live on TV when we heard about this happening. We have some new information. What have you heard?
Right, so this is an independent investigation.
Okay.
So this is the New York Times, and they just released the results of its deep dive into the events leading up to the catastrophe. The Times story reveals the Army helicopter crew had turned off the aircraft surveillance technology that broadcasts its position and other data to air traffic controllers and nearby aircraft. Now, this is known as ADSB, for Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast. This is required equipment in most airspaces and mandatory in the busy Washington, D.C. airspace. The Times story reveals it was purposely turned off because the crew was practicing or simulating a classified flight where they didn't want to be detected. So according to AvWeb, the report revealed the crew was rehearsing or simulating the extraction of high-level government officials, pretending, so to speak, that there was an attack on Washington. So they didn't want to be detected. It was practice. Federal investigators previously noted the ADSB transponder, it was not working or was not sending a signal from the helicopter the night of the crash, but the reason for that had not been disclosed. The Times revelation is based on tower tapes, radar track information, and more.
This is really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Very concerning. So had this ADSB monitor been turned on and working, would it have prevented the crash from happening? I mean, can we even say that?
It's a good question, Alicia. We don't know. That's for the NTSB to decide. But what we do know is, had it been turned on, it would have provided air traffic controllers with the most accurate information regarding the altitude of the helicopter, because ADSB provides the most reliable information based on GPS rather than radar. It shows the aircraft position, altitude, and airspeed.
I mean, when I think about what you just reported, it's almost like a police officer, the body cam, that you get the footage of a scene. And it almost seems like here, for this to be turned off, common sense is that you want to be able to have it on. But now that we're learning this, that this was a clandestine, kind of mission that they were planning, and they didn't want to be detected. So is this technology or equipment required for all the aircraft?
Yes, in this airspace and most busy controlled airspaces, especially Washington, D.C., it is required to be on in all aircraft, whether I'm flying a little Cessna 172 or a big Airbus. So the fact that it wasn't on, of course, see, the military kind of has their own rules. It was a classified flight, so they do what they need to do. I'm hoping that from this tragedy, they will rethink this, and perhaps for their practice, where they have to turn that off, they'll go to another airspace where they're not flying with airliners carrying thousands of passengers. So there is no risk. So we'll see what happens.
And is it even surprising that this is the first crash we've had at this kind?
In 16 years.
In 16 years. Then for them to possibly change the protocol, it's kind of
for
alarming.
this military classified flight, that's a different cat.
Yeah.